Okay, we just left the parking lot and we're in High Rolls. But of course, High Rolls, I think the population is 1,500 people. 1,500. And I think that means year-round residents. Look, somebody's building something. Oh, look at that. That's cute. See the little turret? With a castle theme. How cute. I bet they've got kids. Kids are kids at heart. Look at that. See another cabin. I've got someone behind me. I'm going to pull over so they can go around me. Guess I'm going to take my time and not feel rushed. As far as gardening, growing your own vegetables, because this is lower elevation, it's easier to grow your vegetables at this elevation, definitely. This is what the cabins look like, and I don't think they have, I don't think they're incorporated at all. I'm pretty sure not, because looking at the 2020 census, as I recall, they called High Rolls an unincorporated area. Look at the beautiful flowers they have in their yard. Can you see them? Hi! Beautiful, beautiful flowers. LJ Construction. We're on Cottage Row, apparently. Ooh, I love that place. Look. I love that brick. I was going to say it's adobe, or it could be adobe brick. Living rural. This is an example. Now, this may be yeah, this looks like a car shop. Look at that car. Oh my goodness, look. There's a Studebaker Lark 8. And my maternal grandmother, Kitty, she had a car like that, but it looked, you know, it was brand new and looked beautiful. Or similar to that, at least the back part was similar, not the front. That front looks different. Look at these old cars. Look at that old truck. Wow, that's a Ford. Oh my goodness, look at these old vehicles. I'm admiring all the old vehicles. Oh, really cool. Yeah, are they all yours?
Pretty much.
Gosh, they are so cool.
I'm fixing to sell this one, I think.
Really? So they run, some of them, or most of them don't run?
No, most of them will run if I put gas in the battery in them.
Really?
This one doesn't have a motor. We'll forget that. And the old white Ranchero that's junk.
Right.
Forget that one.
Right.
The pickup next to it.
The Ford pickup?
Has a 429 in it.
Uh-huh.
It's, if you pull it down, it's automatic. Pull it down low gear and nail it. When you bump it up second gear, you better get both hands on the steering wheel. Right. Because it's wild.
Wow.
The 57 Ford station wagon.
Uh-huh.
I've had it since 1981.
Wow.
And I used to race it, drag race it.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I've changed motors in it since then.
Yes.
Where it's more streetable.
But these things will run if somebody wants to buy them.
Oh yeah.
How about that?
I don't know if I want to sell a station wagon or not.
Right.
It's it had a purpose.
Had a purpose.
Yeah.
Was it like a hearse or a?
I went through a divorce.
I see.
And I was an auto mechanic for 45 years.
Yes.
And I always liked hot rods. When my first wife, oh no, can't have this, can't have that. You know.
Trying to control you.
When I got my divorce, that's the first thing I got. You know. And I brought it back. This is home to me.
Yes.
I lived in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma for 13 years.
You lived in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma What a cool name, Broken Arrow.
Yeah, and down in the southeast corner, they have Broken Bow.
How about that?
Got the arrow up here and the arrow broke. It's just out of Tulsa is where it's at.
Just out of Tulsa.
Yeah.
How did you discover high rolls?
I grew up here.
You grew up here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
This real estate's part of the original family.
Part of the original family.
Yeah, my dad bought it. He did not have it all originally, but he bought this from the old store building. Well, there's another lot.
I'm just going to turn that off.
Back this way. He bought that in the early 50s.
In the early 50s.
3 more lots that he bought.
How about that?
4 more. And I've got 2 of them right here. You know,
I'll bet you've seen this place grow a lot.
this used to be the railroad track right through here. Really? And I'll tell you another story. You're sitting on Highway 83.
This is Highway 83. I never knew we had one. How about that?
We did till, well, when they built this new highway down here.
Yes.
It became 83. And Eisenhower came in, and he was so impressed by the Germans and the Autobahn and all of that.
Yes. He put in our highway systems.
He did. He's got it rolling. Everything around east and west has to have an even number. North and south is an odd number. So 83 became 82.
I should get out of this man's way. We have someone coming down. So this was 83.
Yeah.
And then he built 82.
Yeah.
I think they can get past me now.
Called it 82.
And called it 82.
Yeah.
So there's no Highway 83 anymore, really.
No, not that I know of, unless they have one a lot further east, because going on the east coast, they've got an interstate, and it's 91.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd have to be, you know, I don't know if there is an 83.
How about
if it
that?
Is, it's probably some little podink.
And the railroad used to come through here.
Right through here.
Right through here. Did you see it when it was still?
I rode the train one time.
You rode it one time, did it? And once only?
Yeah, well, what happened was, see, we had the grocery store down here.
Uh-huh.
And it used to stop at our store. You know, and I don't know what they did, if they delivered something or just stopped and got a soda or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they started taking it out in 48, I guess it was, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy back
yes, it was around that time.
Told me, says, have you ever ridden a train? I said, no. He said, come on up here with me.
Because he knew it'd be one of the last train rides.
Right, and I got up on the, you know, the caboose has the steps on both sides.
Yes.
I got up on the steps.
And you rode the caboose?
Right about here, and he took me by the hand and set me down. I was able to walk beside the train still.
Really?
Yeah.
How about
but
that?
I did get to ride it one time. I can put that down.
That's marvelous, though.
You know, and
how marvelous!
We moved here and moved to High Rolls in 45.
In 1945.
Originally,
so you were 3 or 4 years, or how old were you when you got to ride the train?
7.
7.
Guess I was 7, probably.
7 years old.
Yeah.
Gosh, how exciting for a little boy to be able to ride that train. Because
yeah.
that's the whole reason that Cloudcroft was built.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and then so much of this area got settled, besides the pioneers and of course the Native Americans prior.
Before I was in school, or about the time I was in school, I don't remember which, my dad and I went to Cloudcroft.
Mm-hmm.
And the highway wasn't built, you came through here.
You came through here, yeah. On Highway 83.
And we got to Cloudcroft, and I remember train tracks going different directions through Cloudcroft, and it was a hustle bustle little town.
Really?
You know, of course, I grew up I'd lived in Oklahoma out in the country, and then we moved to High Rolls. I was in a big town then, I thought.
Yes.
Then Cloudcroft was huge.
Yes, it would seem that way.
But then, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Oh, yes.
You know, as a matter of fact, the highway, you know where Bailey Canyon is?
Yes.
Right before you get to Bailey Canyon, about half a mile, somewhere around there, if you look to, I guess it'd be to the south, There's a canyon right there. It's called Toboggan Canyon.
Yes.
The road used to come up the bottom of the canyon and turn and go that way. And where you come into Cloudcroft right now, on the right-hand side, the road came up right there into town.
How about that?
You know.
How about that?
Yeah.
Well, you saw then all of that, and you saw also when the
atomic bomb.
the highway was such a little tiny highway as far as 82, as far as going up. I mean, you saw life before the tunnel. I mean, they had it to where you had to go over the tunnel.
The story about the tunnel.
I'd love to hear.
It caved in twice while they were building it.
Oh no.
And
were people killed?
No.
Oh, thank God.
They had to get the state mining engineer down here to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason there's a tunnel there because the man that designed this road was the last road he was going to build, and he had the passion to build a tunnel.
Really?
And I used to take messages because we had the only telephone and a switchboard in the store.
Uh-huh.
Like 7 phones up here is all there was. And they would call down there, and my mother would take the notes and everything, and I would get on my bicycle and ride down to the tunnel. We went down what they call Cherry Blossom. The last corner, right above the post office, was an old road, one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go down that road, cross the creek. There's right where the 3-lane starts. Down
Mm-hmm.
there's a bridge, probably isn't safe now. But I would cross the creek and then go on down to the tunnel on my bicycle and deliver the message.
How about that?
It was pretty good going down, but it was old single-speed balloon tire bike.
Yes, that'd be hard coming back up.
It was a booger.
You got your exercise for sure.
I was only about 7 then.
Yes.
6, 7 years old. Maybe. I don't think I was 8. I was probably 8 though by then.
And wasn't that a good time to be alive, to be growing up?
It was. I grew up in high rolls when you didn't worry about anything.
No, you wouldn't.
Nobody was going to shoot you. Nobody had none of this BS like they're having now.
Yeah, you can't. I can't turn on the TV without seeing another mass, not just one shooting, which is bad enough, but mass shootings in the big cities all over the United States. It's shocking. Shocking.
I saw on TV the other night, there's been 279 mass shootings so far this year.
See, that's insane.
And I tell you what's going to happen, and the people are doing it to themselves. They're going to have a big ban on selling guns and everything.
At some point, it may very well come to that because of these people, the way they're acting.
It's got to. I mean,